Hello everyone, Gray is back again with you in Gaming Zone. Insurgency Sandstorm finally released the Nightfall update, including the long-awaited nighttime conversions for the maps, along with several additions such as weapons, gadgets, the Bukhari's remake under the name Tideway, and some other things along those additions. I was really excited for these, especially when I finally got to play some of the maps in the city version of Sandstorm. Now this game will finally have some fresh content for people to play and stick to, and not dump the game after a short while like previous content updates. Nighttime conversions for maps was probably the best decision that this studio took in consideration, especially when the player base is dwindling around the numbers of the original Insurgency released in 2014. But as you can see with the thumbnail and the title of this upload, they managed to botch the update with some nasty things that I was afraid to see. While it was great to have the AS Val, Honey Badger and Sterling, I find ridiculous the addition of Wellrod, a bolt-action pistol nobody asked for. Looks like Battlefield has set a trend for games to feature awful garbage of a firearm instead of spending time to create something people might enjoy using. This is where I find the most problems with the studio, especially with the latest controversies. What a surprise came after the official release of this update for the public, after a strong campaign and roadmap for Nightfall. Instead of stable release, numerous bugs, issues, and most importantly, the awful monetization practice in form of skins have sadly been introduced. Looks like the vows from community flew by years over a new world, and weirdness like that Star Wars fella now arrived into this title. Not only that, they introduced awful gun skins nobody asked for. The release of this DLC was horrible, featuring many bugs from CTE, and even adding more along its way. Even with the hotfix update which released recently, they managed to screw up the interface, and bugs such as lightning passing through buildings still happen. What's the purpose of a community test environment build if the bugs reported there have transitioned to retail? This release is honestly said disappointing, even if a lot of new content was introduced to the game. I expected a polished experience with great content, and instead, I received a pair of night vision filters, an oversaturated orange remake of Bukhari's, and weapon skins as topping, just like I stated in the last upload related to microtransactions. Looks like NWI doesn't bother listening to community, and does who knows what at their studios. The console release once again got delayed, and this time the date wasn't even published. I'm seriously sick of this silence from the developers. This garbage is very annoying. Since last year I was eager to get this title on my PlayStation 4, so I could have some games on my couch after hours. And all everyone gets now is a big fat nothing when it comes to that edition. I even promised that I'd give away the game on every platform, that is including the console versions. And now what? Now I can't thank the people following this channel with a free game, because of some dumbasses being silent about the situation there. NWI has seriously disappointed me with their bullshit, raising botched updates with garbage nobody asked for. And they even managed to delay, probably the 5th time, this console edition. I don't know what to say everyone. The PC development situation is deplorable for Insurgency Sandstorm, and injecting microtransactions in the title will ruin its authenticity. New World is constantly pushing lies, with promises to fix this and that, but all I see is silence and promises. Tell me, did anyone ask for those gun skins? Why the game remains broken and is running like dog shit on high-end systems? Did anyone ask for a fucking bolt-action pistol that barely does any damage? Of course not. It's the studio with their heads up their ass, ignoring the community feedback and doing the complete opposite. Probably the biggest offense is threatening to ban people asking about console release information on their Twitch live streams. The development of this title is an absolute joke. I'm sorry to anyone that got mad at me for this, but this is the sad reality. The promise never landed under the form of console release, and the shit-stained reality with skins, bugs, crashes, and of course microtransactions. Honestly said everyone, I'm done with New World's flowers on years. This will probably be one of the biggest updates the game will see period, and I hardly doubt they will release something better than this. Now that Battlefield 2021 is officially returning to modern times, and EA acknowledging the immeasurable disappointment that World War II travesty was, I'm more than happy to wait and see what will come out from DICE. Even Call of Duty, a casual shooter, with its own serious issues, managed to fix its problems. There are always other titles that will receive better support, and some of those being from an indie studio as well. Ending on such a note is just disappointing. I have nothing to say anymore, cause I know I'll be ignored, just like everybody else from this community. If the developers have the balls to ban people interested in the console port, what else can you think about them? Let's enjoy the Wellrod, the awful frame rates, and those ugly weapon skins that some sad people will purchase. Thank you for watching this upload everyone, don't forget to drop a like, it supports the channel a lot, myself included. While at it, you can click the subscribe button to get the content right on your video feed, and the bell stuff to receive notifications about latest uploaded content. This was Chris, see you next time.